This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumph's optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. This segment of the news is brought to you by Silver State Health, bringing quality medical and psychiatric care to Pahrump. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Happy Monday, November 23rd. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler. Only 3 more days till Turkey Day, so hopefully it's out of the freezer and in the fridge.
Yeah, I did that today. Well, Governor Steve Sisolak held a press briefing yesterday to announce new restrictions in the effort to curb the spread of the coronavirus here in Nevada. He said that although he was recently diagnosed with the virus, he is feeling well and so far has no symptoms. Sisolak outlined the restriction, which he is calling a pause, all underscored with strict social distancing and mask guidelines. He stressed that he was not going to be initiating a shutdown, but strict rules on everything from restaurants to public gatherings.
Today, I'm announcing new restrictions in an effort to get this wildfire under control. I am not issuing a shutdown order. To repeat that, I am not issuing a shutdown order. My goal is to aggressively try to attack this spread while maintaining some portion of our economy and our daily lives. That's why I'm announcing that effective Tuesday at 12:01 a.m., Nevada will be operating under a statewide pause with the following conditions in place. We will keep these restrictions in place for at least the next 3 weeks. At least the next 3 weeks. I'll talk more about the next steps soon. First, I'm strengthening Nevada's mask mandate across the board. Nevadans and visitors are now required to wear a mask at all times when you are around someone who is not part of your immediate household, whether indoors or outdoors. This expansion includes requiring masks during private gatherings. Under the statewide pause, no additional businesses will be closed, but capacity limits and new mitigation measures will be imposed on both businesses and gatherings. Restaurants and bars, they are currently operating at 50% capacity. Under the statewide pause, they may continue to operate under strict social distancing requirements at 25% occupancy, indoor and outdoor. No more than 4 patrons per table, and seating at bar or countertops must continue to be socially distanced under the existing guidelines. For restaurants and bars that serve food, reservations are required. No walk-ins will be allowed. Gyms, fitness and dance studios, and places like martial arts studios currently are operating at 50% capacity. Under the pause, they may operate with no more than 25% occupancy under strict social distancing requirements. Other businesses that will be moving from 50% to 25% capacity during the pause include the following: museums, art galleries, libraries, zoos and aquariums, arcades, racetracks, bowling alleys, miniature golf, amusement and theme parks, and other similar activities. Additionally, gaming operations will be restricted to have no more than 25% occupancy and must operate pursuant to requirements issued by the Nevada Gaming Control Board. Public gatherings will be limited to no more than 50 individuals or 25% of fire code capacity.
Governor Sisolak said that hospitals are experiencing staff shortages while beds are filling at an alarming rate. 13 of 17 counties are currently flagged for elevated risk of transmission, and Nevada has passed 2,000 deaths.
There were 2 reported injuries at the scene of a 2-vehicle crash Friday night near the center of town.
Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are investigating the cause of a two-vehicle crash that occurred on Friday night on Basin Avenue near Boothill. According to Fire Chief Scott Lewis, one person inside the sedan was transported via Mercy Air to a Las Vegas trauma center. The other person inside the truck was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. Medics also attended to other people inside a truck and trailer who said were related to the people in the accident. Traffic was blocked in all directions while medics and deputies investigated the cause of the crash and attended to the injured. Fire Chief Scott Lewis tells News 25 that the people who had the truck and trailer with the off-highway vehicles inside were on their way on a vacation. Both vehicles sustained major damage. And the passenger appears to have fled the scene of a two-car accident on Friday night. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, along with Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, were dispatched to a two-vehicle crash on Friday night near Oakridge and Manse Road. According to Fire Chief Scott Lewis, the passenger of the truck fled the scene of the crash after the impact into a parked vehicle on a property. It's unknown at this time how the crash occurred. Medics believe that the passenger was injured at the time of the crash. The crash also had a secondary impact into a perimeter fence on the property. No other injuries were reported. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are investigating.
When we come back, we'll have the Nye County arrest report, so stick around.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. Optum Care Network of Nevada, offering Medicare Advantage members more than 3,000 primary and specialty care providers throughout the state.
Welcome back to News 25. Economists are predicting the economy will not grow in the first 3 months of the year, and low mortgage rates could improve home sales.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, JP Morgan economists just became the first on Wall Street to predict the economy will not grow in the first 3 months of the new year, and it's due to the fast spread of the deadly coronavirus. Many on Wall Street expected the economy would improve at the start of the new year. However, JP Morgan economists tell CNBC not to expect economic expansion until later in the year based on vaccine developments. Low mortgage rates could improve home sales. Rates recently fell to a new record low. The average interest rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage fell to 2.72%, and the 15-year is now way down at 2.28%, perhaps making it possible for some Americans to choose paying off their homes in just 15 years.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. Well, a 20-year-old Pahrump man has been arrested for alleged animal abuse.
On November 13th, Nye County Animal Control was contacted by the Animal Care Center of Pahrump to perform a welfare check on some injured kittens that had been treated on October 29th for serious injuries to their mouths. Animal control officers made contact with Daniel Dalmas, who told them he had allegedly rubbed the kittens' faces into the carpet as a punishment. According to the veterinarian's report, both kittens suffered major facial skin damage. Their lips had been torn from their mandible attachment and required surgery to repair. Dalmas told Animal Control that the kittens' lips had allegedly been pulled off the jaw and were left hanging. Nye County Sheriff's Office has arrested Dalmas for 2 counts of animal abuse.
An arrest has been made of a man who allegedly robbed the Red Apple fireworks store.
On November 18th, Nye County Sheriff's Office received a report of a man that allegedly walked into the Red Apple fireworks store in Pahrump and stole merchandise. When confronted by store employees, the suspect allegedly physically attacked the employees and fled the area. With the public's help, the suspect was identified as Brian Adair of Pahrump. Adair was arrested on November 20th for robbery, burglary, larceny, and battery with intent to commit a crime. Adair had also been arrested on October 30th for failure to appear for another crime.
We'll be back with more News 25.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Well, the holidays can be stressful, and on top of that, we're dealing with a pandemic, which could cause even more tension, especially as we plan those family gatherings.
We're seeing a lot of conflict and tension between family members about how to handle the upcoming holidays. What's really important is for families to clearly communicate ahead of time, way ahead of the holidays, what kind of expectations they have, their limits, their boundaries, and what they need to feel safe.
Dr. Susan Albers is a psychologist with Cleveland Clinic and says a lot of her patients have expressed feelings of guilt about skipping family parties this year. She says there's nothing wrong with wanting to protect your personal health. The same goes for those hosting a family gathering. Don't be afraid to set boundaries for guests. If you prefer they wear a mask, just politely let them know it's for everybody's safety.
We create a lot of scenarios in our minds about how the holidays are going to play out. And sometimes we create the worst case scenarios. Remind yourself that they are possible, but not probable. And focus on the positive things that the holidays can bring to you.
Dr. Albers says the upside to everything going on is that you can skip some of those normal responsibilities this year, like traveling or cooking a big holiday dinner. Instead, she recommends trying to focus on relaxing.
Well, we had a fun day because Never Forgotten Animal Society brought Dixie by for us to just love on her a little bit. Never Forgotten Animal Society has Dixie available for adoption. Let's see what they say about her.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, my name is Pat Leming. I'm Executive Director of Never Forgotten Animal Society, and I'm here today with Miss Dixie. Dixie is a mixed breed that we got from Ely, Nevada. She was scheduled to be euthanized, and we went up and got her. She's approximately 7 to 8 years old. She is a very, very sweet girl. She's very well mannered, except for in today's situation. But she is a very sweet girl. She needs to be in a home that has a laid back environment. She will be somebody's best friend, and she will be what I call a Velcro dog, in that she will not leave your side when she is with you. There is a special presentation being done by Chewy this month, in which if you adopted a senior dog from a shelter, anywhere between the ages of 7 on up, Chewy will reimburse you your adoption fees. If you apply, they have an $80,000 fund, and if you apply during the time that the funds are available, they will reimburse you your adoption fees from the shelter. So if anyone is interested, all they need to do is come to Never Forgotten Animal Society at 520 East Street, Suite C, here in Pahrump. And our number is area code 775-537-8674. We are open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We really encourage everyone to come by and take a look at Miss Dixie and see if you can give her a new home.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's see what's happening right now outside with our weather cam.
Wow.
A little bit of gloomy skies, a little bit of, I think it's some clouds must be rolling in right about now because it's got some of that wind going on. We're going to find out more with John Kohler after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Weather Studios. Wow, this tie is on fire tonight. What is this thing? If I stand close, it does this. Woo, it's a magic tie. I put that on special just for the people out in Fernley to celebrate their 52-degree high mark today, and 25 will be the low tonight. Out in Fallon, we've got 52 also, 23 for low. Carson City, you'll see as much as 52. Probably saw it a few hours ago. It's getting cooler now. 25 degrees will be your low mark tonight. Tonopah, you're all the way up to 45 degrees. Feels like an accomplishment, doesn't it? Kinda. 20 degrees will be your low tonight. Goldfield, you're 49 degrees. I'm going to give you a participation ribbon, Goldfield, 21 for your low tonight. Beatty's at 62 with a 36 degree low mark. Out in Amargosa all the way up to 68 degrees. All right, now we're getting respectable. Room temperature, 38 degrees for low tonight. And in Las Vegas, 65. Kind of cloudy this morning as I was trolling around the casinos with my son's in town for Thanksgiving. I'm so excited. 47 for a low tonight, and he'll feel that cooling off the dice later, I assume. Death Valley, you're all the way up to 77 degrees, and 50 degrees is your low mark today. Here in the paradise of Pahrump, well, 60 degrees. Did you see that over my shoulder? My head's looking a little bit big tonight, and my hair is looking funky. Interesting. A high today of 66 degrees was as much as we enjoyed, although it was kind of blustery out there. Pretty windy, 15-mile-an-hour winds out of the north-northwest, battering us pretty good. 19% humidity, doesn't feel bad. It's just like there's clouds and no rain. Oh, well. Sunrise this morning at 6:29, set about an hour ago at 4:31 p.m., and we're getting all kinds of night until December 21st. We'll start picking up daylight. That'll be good. Low of 38 degrees tonight, and the winds continuing to batter us out of the north for about 11 mile an hour. Humidity picking up, but it's going to be clear. So 34, a little muggy, a little windy. What do you think? Let's check out the week coming up. Turkey Day week. Oh, what fun we'll have. 61 degrees for a high Tuesday, 63 Wednesday. Thursday, looks like temperature's dropping about 10 degrees and the wind's picking up. So we'll have a windy, blustery Thursday. Great day to be inside, eating some turkey and some pumpkin pie and all the good stuff. Winds will calm down and temperatures will return to about low 60s come the weekend. So that'll be fun. Stuff to look forward to. Oh, Thanksgiving weekend. I love it. Back to the desk. Here's Missy and Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.